DVS distracted me, but level 95 Herblore sneaking its way in there. I have a decent amount of supplies left. I haven't even started making my super combats yet. I only have 10 weapon poison plus left to make. Of course, we still need to gather a lot more nightshades and some more poison ivy berries. I haven't made all of the unfinished weapon poisons yet, but I have 60 coconut milks right here, so add 60 into that. So we have 1,154 more nightshades left to collect. That's going to be a long ass time, but either way, I have to decant these potions that I have down here at the bottom, make some super energy into Fordos, and then make those into staminas. The super strengths and super defenses will be made into super combats, and then I might also make some anti-venoms, but I'm not 100% certain on that, so we'll have to see. Pretty much a system update was happening as I was getting this clip for 93 woodcutting, and it was the changes to the giant mole. Now, for those of you that don't know, they changed the giant mole to make it so the respawn timer on it is 10 seconds now, which makes it so you don't need to hop worlds when you're actually camping giant mole for seeds, and for nests, of course. But the giant mole respawn timer makes kind of a difference. You can get about 4 more kills per hour, at least that's what I've noticed so far. And you can also camp one world without getting crashed, so it's pretty nice. Now, we ended up getting a curved bone, which is basically rip pet chance number 3 from Giant Mole and sub 500 kills, so that's pretty fun. But after that we went back to woodcutting because I didn't feel like doing a bunch of mole this episode, and I just figured I'd go ahead and get 99 woodcutting out of the way for this episode. So we managed to progress fairly quickly. 2-tick woodcutting wasn't as bad, and I started to unburn, which is very nice. So I'm going to cut into some live commentary for something amazing that happened on our journey to 99 woodcutting. So we're about to reach an amazing milestone on the account. So we're 2270 total right now, 16 experience away from level 97 woodcutting, and we're about to overthrow Iron DVS and put him a lower rank than us. Any last words, DVS? What was that?
I'm having trouble hearing you up there on the leaderboard.
Oh shit. Level 97 woodcutting. 2271 total. Get fucked.
I'm thinking about it, I didn't care, but now I'm actually fucking upset. I'm so mad right now. Like, the reality of it, what the fuck?
Rip Iron DVS. Light a candle in the comments, boys. So after that I returned back to 2-tick woodcutting, which I also figured I'd go ahead and make a quick little clip on how to do, for those of you that don't know how to do 2-tick woodcutting, especially the method that I was doing, which is pretty much just the lazy man's way of getting 2-tick woodcutting down. So I'll leave a clip in here for that, but we continued woodcutting afterwards, of course. Alright, so I figured I'd go ahead and make a quick video on how to 2-tick woodcut like a peasant, like I'm doing myself. So a few things that I'm going to point out in this little clip here. Basically, it's using the auto retaliate with a short bow as your tick manipulation method, and it works best if you have an infernal axe. Now, you don't need this to do the 2-tick woodcutting, but if you don't have it, you're going to be dropping more frequently, and that means that you're going to be getting less experience per hour overall with this method. Now, there is another method that you can do where you drop logs in between chopping. I'm going to try and demonstrate that real quick. Let me just get into the rhythm here. Okay. So basically, you just drop a log in between chopping, and it acts as if you're clicking on the ground. Now, I don't like doing that because it requires way too much focus, and once the tree closest to your inventory dies, you basically have to move on to the other inventory. Now, the reason this works is, like I said, you're auto-retaliating with a short bow on rapid. Now this is very important because if you weren't on rapid, then you wouldn't be able to do this properly. Basically, your character tries to attack the birds, and since you're on rapid, it automatically opens up a 2-tick window in which you're able to chop the tree. Now, for setting up this lure, I'm going to have to kill these birds real quick, so let me just auto-retaliate kill these. I would highly suggest playing with attack options hidden, this way you don't accidentally click on anything. And it has to be these specific birds, the green ones. Now, they do spawn in random locations amongst the eastern part of the island, but once you find a bird, just cast Wind Strike on it. Now the reason why you want to cast Wind Strike is because, as you can see, I hit on it. They only have 5 HP, and you do not want to kill these. So you find your 2 birds, and I've managed to find mine fairly quickly. If you can't find them that quickly, just go ahead and, like I said, move further east on the island, or check a bit west of this spot, but it should be fairly easy. Now, you basically just want to get these 2 birds over here, and then once you're here, there are 2 methods that you can do. You can Dragon Spear one of the birds when it's about to attack you, and that'll push it away, in which the other bird will attack you, and then the other bird will get unstunned and then attack you, and they'll be off-ticked. You basically only want to see 1 0 showing up at any given time. You don't want the hits delayed, so one shows up and then the other shows up above it. I'll try and show both real quick. But basically, to get them lured, you just keep walking out. So you don't want this, where one hits you and then the other hits you right after. This is a no-go. This isn't going to work for it. So try to avoid this as much as possible. Now, the birds will sometimes get caught on the trees, which means that you're going to have to basically completely walk and mess up the lure. But you just keep walking if you're not going to bring the D-Spear until you basically get this lure down. Now, I'm going to try and show the birds getting stuck, but no promises. Alright, so there's one bird stuck. As you can see, it's not even able to attack me. Now, this is probably one of the best scenarios that you can get, but you have to be really crafty with this. So you're going to want to walk to the east or west, depending on which side of the tree it got stuck on, a tick before this bird attacks. So you can see that it's attacking every 4 ticks, meaning that after 3 ticks of it attacking, you want to click and then instantly click back. So attacks, click, click, and now they're off ticked. So that's the easiest method for getting them off ticked. And then once you have them like this, like I said, keep the attack option hidden and just zoom in and click the tree and then click underneath it. And as soon as your character turns, just continue doing it. And the reason why you're doing this, clicking on the ground, is so your character can auto retaliate on the bird with a bow that you don't have any arrows to shoot. And pretty much your character tries to attack the bird, 1 tick, you click on the tree, 1 tick. And since you have the birds at a 2-tick delay between each other, you chop a log every 2 ticks. Now, you'll understand if you're doing this properly or not, because your character will either sit at the tree idle like this, and then when you click on the ground, your character's not actually turning towards the birds. But if you do it properly, your character will be looking at the birds and then back at the tree, and it's fairly easy to get the hang of. So I've done this for at least 1 million experience every day. Now, your experience rates will vary depending on your level, so I'm not really going to tell you how much you should be getting. But with an Infernal Axe at level 92 woodcutting, I was very easily able to hold 130k XP an hour for 8 hours. And being at level 98 woodcutting right now, I'm able to hold a very easy 150k XP an hour over a long period of time as well. The maximum rate that I've gotten with this method, even with dropping logs, is about 160k XP per hour, but that was only for about 40 minutes. Basically, just to make sure that you're not getting screwed that much, when both trees die, I would just drop all the logs in your inventory, even if it's only a few, just because you want to keep your inventory free as much as possible. This way you can continuously woodcut. And if both trees are dead, you don't really have to worry about cutting another tree. And it does happen fairly frequently. It's not happening right now. There we go. And you just quickly drop the logs in your inventory, and it's fairly easy. So that's the quick little tutorial I have for doing the, I guess, garbage efficiency method for 2-tick woodcutting like a pleb. Very easy, very sustainable, and it's fairly enjoyable too. So a few other things to note: when using an infernal axe, you burn about 1/3 of the logs that you cut. So if you have 24 open inventory spaces like I have right now in my inventory, you can be expecting to burn about 8 logs for every 24 logs that you cut. But that's not always going to be the case. So just keep that in mind, and good luck with the 2-tick woodcutting. Well, this is a long-awaited 99, kind of, I guess. Took me about 6 days to get it, but level 99 woodcutting. That is 22 of the 23 99s out of the way. That is our second column of 99s done as well. Now all we need is 99 herb lore. So 2273 total, 354 million experience total. Looking pretty good, to be honest. I'm actually very happy about this. To be honest, it wasn't that bad, but it did take its toll. For some reason, the worlds have been fairly shitty, and it's just been really annoying to deal with. So that is another 99 out of the way. Now, of course, I did say that I was going to do the master clue that I have sitting in my bank at the beginning of this episode, but I figured I'd go ahead and wait till the end of the episode here to go ahead and do it. So I'll be back with the reward from our master clue. You know, I knew this clue was going to come up at some point in time. I didn't know when it was going to happen, but I knew that it was going to happen. It took us 9,000 chests to get a Pharaoh Scepter, and this clue requires a Pharaoh Scepter. Oh, man. You know what? I'm just going to keep this clue in my bank, and then when I feel like doing Pyramid Plunder, I'll go do Pyramid Plunder. But this kind of sucks because we actually can't complete this clue right now. But we are on the last step of it. I am fairly certain about that because we've done 6 steps. This is the 7th. This is definitely the reward. Damn it, Jagex, I hate you. Alright, well, that's pretty much going to wrap up the video, I suppose. I will be doing some PVM in the next video, as well as some giant mole. I'm going to use up the mole parts that I have right now to get some seed nests, so I can start doing some farm runs to get some more herbs for herb lore. But aside from that, guys, that is going to be it. And hopefully in the next episode we can get level 96 or potentially like close to 97 herb lore. But I'll see you guys in the next video.